Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So we have had a pretty strong break below a trend line, below horizontal support at 14,318, and now we are back sort of in this area where we've always been for majority of this year, pretty much. And you can see this is kind of the area where we start seeing a bit of value and people start jumping in again. But anyway, this is not something that I want to be chasing at the moment. So there is a pretty strong divergence here on the 8 hour. From the swing low here, you can see there's the low. Even from that swing low there, oscillators pointing to the downside. And this one here as well is also starting to look like divergence, while prices are basically making a higher low at the moment. This is a very interesting area to be in, to be honest. You saw some buyers come in here anticipating that, but the only thing that's going to get me short here is a rejection of this area. So that's 14,318. That would get me short. Not interested in anything else. Looking on the long side, don't think I want to be long. We've got a crossover of the moving averages again. So I think the upward trend that we've had for the last two and a half weeks is over. So now what you're looking for is a rejection of a level for maybe building of a downward trend for a bit. So on the higher time frames, this thing is all over the place. It's not something which is going to get you opportunities, to be honest. And if you look at yesterday's price action, if you basically just do... we're not going to be able to do it, but anyway, look at that area there. There's nothing there indicating that you want to be short or long, to be honest. You've got a tweezer bottom forming, then you've got the rejection, and that just gives you barbed wire, and then you break to the level and you don't bother coming back to test it. So there's nothing here. This is just going at the close of the US market. So I would be looking at this area, 14,318. If we start getting some bearish price action early in the session, that's definitely an opportunity short. If it only happens late in the session, then so be it. Wait for next week. There's no point in trying to chase it. The other thing that may happen is we may continue to the downside. Now, with the DAX, just before the US opens, because it's a little bit more structured, you'll be able to see sort of consolidation and then possibly a move to the downside. So if it does squirt, it could be held up here. So that would be 14,183. And if I look at the oscillators, remember we're on the 15-minute now. Higher time frames are screaming, don't bother with this. But on the lower time frames, you can see there is an opportunity for a continuation. I think this is the level you'd be paying attention to, 13,955 or 1,400 being a round number. So nothing massive, but you can see there'd be a range, 79 point to 79 point gain. So it's a 1-to-1 trade that may be on the offer, but it is Friday as well. So the weekly bar is a massive red bar at the moment. So you would expect some buyers coming in somewhere down here. And you can see on the weekly we're below them. We're above the 155, but below the faster moving averages. So it's just more confusion. That's basically all we are talking about here. So, and you can see the level of support here to the left around this area as well at 1,400. So yeah, I just very, very cautious with this one. So if you are going to trade the lower time frames, wait for the open and then see, if you can get a rejection higher up, this would be the closest one. If that gives way, then I'd expect a rejection further up here at 14,300. Around 14,300 is my preferred rejection, but that's going to be a massive move up early in the morning, which I don't think will happen. If it happens during the US session, I'm definitely not bothering with it. We'll rather just sit inside and wait for better structure, or better days, should I say, next week. Anyway, that's kind of my view. Sitting on hands unless I really see something early in the morning, big green candle that's going to come up into this area and then start fizzling out. That would get me short for a continuation. Other than that, we're sitting on our hands. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you on Monday morning. Cheers for now.